Hi friends, welcome to my channel. My name is Angel. If you're new here, thanks for coming. And if you're not new, thanks for coming back. I'm going to do the other hand of this set that I made. To me, they kind of look ghostly, so I'm kind of calling them my ghost nails. First time I've used cat eye gel when I was actually happy with how they came out, and I'll show you what I did to make these. And one thing about these nails, every single thing that I use was purchased from Temu, and besides for the tips, because, you know, that was a whole box, let's just say the tips cost $1. Everything can be made. This whole set costs less than $15 to make. So, besides for the tips, if you had to buy a box of tips for $5, you could make this set for less than $20, and probably you could do it 20 times. So what I'm using in this set here is this new polish that I got off at Temu, and it's the, I can't say that, XEJI? I don't know. But it's this really cool cat eye polish, and it's gray, obviously, because you can see by that it's gray, and I just love how beautiful it looks. And I used a white, which I have also got from Temu. Now, this one here cost $1.89. This and this, I think I got for $4.11 for a black and a white, and we're going to use both of those. I'm going to use the No Wipe top coat from Lavender Violets, which is the first time I've used, and I'm actually totally in love with it. I love it. I love the brush. The brush is like rounded. Oh, I just love it. Anyway, so this I think costs $1.89 or $1.67, sorry. I bought this little guy here, and this is, we're just using this black at the end. It's got a little bit of sparkle in it, and this costs $1.06. This tool here you don't need, but if you did buy it, I think it was around $2, and it comes with the tool and some more sponges. If you didn't have this tool, you can use a makeup sponge. And that's it. That's all I used. I am using one of these disposable palettes to do mine, and I love them because when I'm done, I can literally just pull it off and be done with it, and I don't have to worry about cleaning my normal one that I have been using. And this is what this looks like, because I've only been doing nails for I think less than 3 months, and this is how it's looking. So I'm not very reliable at cleaning up right away after myself, obviously. So yeah, so let's get started. So what I did was I selected my tips and I gave them a buff and a base coat. Oh, I'm sorry. And the base coat that I used was by Lavender Violets again, and I think this was $1.67 as well. So I put a base coat, and then I put a coat of the Milky White, and then all we're going to do is we're going to go in with our cat eye polish. And this is, I'm telling you, the first time that I used cat eye polish, and I was happy with how it turned out, because I've used it and couldn't get it to work. And if you have watched any of my other videos, you know that to be true. So one thing that I have found when you put on your polish is you want a nice even coat, of course, but you want a little bit more than what you would normally put on, like for a thin coat. A thick-ish coat, I would say. And how I did this, so you have your magnet. I literally held my magnet straight, like it tells you in the book to do it at an angle. I did not. I am holding it straight, like perpendicular to the nail. And here is the effect. It isn't the circle that everyone tries to make or any of that, but it has a really good shift of color back and forth across the whole nail, and I love it. So what you're going to do, as soon as you're happy with it, you're going to cure it, and I find it helpful to have another stand where you can clunk it down so you can do it all at once. So we're just going to finish the nails, and we're going to do one coat of the cat eye. And once you get the hang of it, it goes really quick. And there we go. And really, I don't know if this is how you're supposed to use it. I'm no pro. I'm just a backyard nail tech. Like a backyard mechanic. I'm just a nail enthusiast who enjoys... Actually, I enjoy art. And I like doing intricate things like this. So that is how I started doing nails. That, and I watched a lot of YouTube channels. Nailsdesignedbyangel by Val is one of my favorites. Go check her out. She is a genius. Anyways. Yes, I'm no pro. So take what I say with a grain of salt. But also take what I say as in, you can do this if you're interested in doing nails. Just start doing them. What are you waiting for? And I'm not taking away from nail techs because they go to school and they learn a lot. And I am a retired, I'll say a retired nurse because I left my profession. And I know what it takes when you go to school and you learn your skill set. So I'm definitely not taking away from nail techs. But that being said, the basics we can all do on ourselves. Okay, so I'm going to pop that in to cure. And that's going to cure for 60 seconds. And then we're going to do another coat. Okay, so we got the first coat. And here's how we're looking. And we're just going to do another coat. So we're just going to do the same thing. And this just deepens the color. And you could probably get away with not doing the magnet again, but I am, just to intensify the look. And I mean, you can see a difference there. So I was watching Nails by Sora last night. She's another really good YouTuber, and if you should check her out as well. And she was playing around with her cat eye polishes, so that kind of inspired me to pull mine out and give them a try again, because I'm just terrible at them, and I'm actually happy with how this set has turned out. Oh, so pretty. See how quickly it's going after you kind of get into a rhythm? Now I want to use all the cat eye polishes that I have. Try them all out. Even if you can't make a circle, you can still make something pretty. Okay, we're going to cure those again for 60 seconds. 60 seconds. Okay, so now that they're all done, this is what they're looking like so far. Really pretty. And now we're going to move on to the next step, which is creating the black shadow all around each of the nails there. So what we're going to need is just some black nail or black polish. So we're going to empty some of that out onto your palette. And you're going to need quite a bit if you're using the sponges, because they do absorb quite a bit of the polish there. So if you're using your tool, you can use a tool, you can use your makeup sponge. If you don't have a makeup sponge, you don't have the tool, you can probably just go around it with a very fine brush. So what we're going to do is we're going to hold our brush underneath the nail. Basically, we're trying to create a shadow, not the harsh line. And this is going to take several layers. So we're going to go underneath the nail at first, and then we're going to go perpendicular to the nail. And we're just going to dab, 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 use a dabbing motion all around. And one good thing about using the sponges is that you can kind of build the layers up to make it as deep and dark as you want. But for this layer, since we're going to do 3 layers, all we want is just a very soft shadow. So we're going to dab, 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 and do that for each of the nails. Okay, so now we're just going to do the very same thing again. We're going to take our black paint, or polish I should say, and we are going to go underneath at a 45-degree angle, moving on up to move it up, and dab all along the edges. For each of the nail. And all we're doing here is darkening up the nail, or the shadow, I'll say, along the edge here. So I was watching Nails by Sora last night. Definitely go check her out. She's really good. And she was playing around with her cat eye polishes, and that kind of inspired me to give mine a try again, because I'm really not good at them, and I was frustrated that I couldn't get them to work. And I did pick up more in my latest Temu. Well, I picked up a few of these polishes here, so I thought, oh, I should really give it a little try, because you're not going to be the best at everything on your first go around. That goes with anything. So if you didn't have one of these tools, use your makeup sponge. I'm sure if you didn't have a makeup sponge either, you could use even a brush would probably work. Just use a very fine brush and go around the edges. That would look really nice. I've done a set like that before. So you're going to give that a cure, and then I just went in with this other one, and this is a black that has just random little sparkles in it. Now, it doesn't put a lot of sparkle on the edges, just every now and again. You don't even have to do this. You can go in with just your basic black, or you might think that that is enough, and your polish that you're using may be thicker and works out a little better for more coats, or to do less coats. It just depends on your polish, but I basically want it to look more 3D. So yeah, that's the kind of look I was going for. Okay, third and final. And this doesn't do a heck of a lot to change the look of this, but I do go in at the very, very bottom really harshly. Like, I will see how I'm really making that dark. Like, she's getting a real outline now. So the other layers become the shadow of the dark. And we're just going to do that with all the nails. Okay, now give those a cure. And once that's done curing, all that's left is to put a layer of base coat, or sorry, a top coat. And I love the applicator brush on this polish here. Okay, I'm going to finish this and then we'll come back for the final look. Okay friends, here's the final look. I think they look really good. They're plain. Sometimes, you know, plain is good. You don't need to put charms on every nail. I don't think. Well, thank you very much for watching my video. I really appreciate it. If you like this video, hit the like button. I'd really appreciate that. And hit the subscribe if you haven't subscribed. That would really help my channel grow. And until the next video, bye!